Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto content, and today we have some exciting news regarding HBAR. I am going to be uploading another video today regarding a little bit of FUD, if you will. I wouldn't call it FUD, but it is a little bit of a disappointment in regards to something that is very important to all HBAR bearings, so definitely be on the lookout for that video as well. But with that all being said, let's jump into it. So right now the market is down about 1%. Nothing too crazy here. Honestly, I'm excited for tomorrow. We did get a little bit of a okay-ish close. Even if we go to Bitcoin, the close today wasn't really too crazy. If this could actually load. So today the close was about 31.8K. Nothing really different from the past closes that we've been seeing, but this was our weekly close. Now, I am excited for the next weekly close, just to see what happens with that. Now, if we come down here to HBAR, I did buy more HBAR today at about 17.6. We might go lower. It's all fine with me. I don't really care. I will buy more. But we did get a little bit of a close around 18 cents, a little bit over it. Now, I personally want to get back to these prices, if we could actually get to it. So, I want to get back to these prices at like 30 cents, even going back to even 40 cents and stuff. So, I'm looking forward to seeing those days again, and I do think that they are coming very soon. We really just got to analyze overall market perspectives and really kind of see it from that standpoint. Now, with that being said, just to show you guys that I did buy today, I did buy almost 2,000 at 17.6. I just put $350 in. I know it's not a huge buy. Listen, guys, I'm not a millionaire. I'm not rich. I'm an average individual just like anybody else. But I do continue to accumulate as much HBAR as I possibly can. Even if I have to put $10 in, $100 in, or $1,000 in, I will continue to accumulate just because I do know the power behind Hedera Hashgraph. So, with that being said, I also think that this buy will be worth almost $20,000 in the future from a small $350 buy. And the reason why I do think that is because I do think that $10 is very achievable for HBAR. Yeah, sure, we might not get that this year, but I'm 100%, I'm sold on the idea that Hedera Hashgraph will be the future. And we're going to be talking about why. Now, I also want to talk to you guys about this tweet coming from HBAR to the moon. We could be seeing some fireworks happening, which, hey, I mean, we get a big announcement coming tomorrow about a collaboration between Hedera and LCX in the field of tokenization. Exciting things ahead. Also, HBAR will be listed on the LCX exchange. So this could be exciting. If you guys haven't watched this interview, don't worry. I'm going to be breaking down some of the most important pieces here shortly. But we have some exciting news regarding HBAR tomorrow. I don't think that it's going to be massive, but who knows? We will definitely have to wait and see. Now, this actually happens today because it is currently almost 4 a.m. as I am recording this. You guys already know that I'm like a nocturnal content creator at this point, but yeah, definitely I would keep your eyes open for later today, as this could be exciting. Now, I've done a video on LCX actually, which it was in regards to the connections with DAG, and I believe they have a few other connections overall as well. Now, this isn't a massive exchange or anything like that. I mean, it's good for volume. Even if we go to exchanges and scroll down, I don't know if LCX is even on this page. Let me just do a quick find. So here's LCX. They are currently, it's a 2.6 score, which is not that great. We do see that the volume is only $6,135. So this is a very small exchange. It's nothing too crazy. I am not going to be excited about this listing at all. Yeah, sure, it's more volume, but I mean, realistically speaking, like, there's really there's not that much volume flowing throughout this exchange, but it is still more volume flowing in, which I am, at least happy about overall. So, With that being said, I do want to talk to you guys actually about this because I did see ADA there. Now we do see only Hedera Hashgraph is suitable for micropayments. High and unpredictable cost / transaction is unsuitable for most use cases. Think about it. It's not rocket science. Buy HBAR, rest in peace Ethereum and Cardano. And we've been talking about, listen, this isn't the idea that it's a war on Cardano or it's a competition between Cardano and HBAR or anything like that. But when we look at ADA is, it's still sitting at that number 5 spot. I really think that there's many other assets that are more deserving for this number 5 spot, especially. I'm not going to be biased and say HBAR, but we do know that HBAR is definitely more significant of an asset than ADA. Now, when we look at this, this is the cost per million transactions currently, $600,000 for Ethereum. We also see $160,000 for ADA and $100 for HBAR. And I do agree with Steve here, right? It's mind-boggling to me how anyone is building on Ethereum at all. And I do agree, right? During this, during like the beginning of May, it was almost like the end of April, I was buying a lot of assets on Uniswap. Now, those were quick trades or just kind of hodling situations. I was buying Stack on Uniswap. I actually still do buy Stack on Uniswap. Now, with that, the idea is you have to use Ethereum as the gas fee. Now, to get away around it, you would use something like USDC, as it is an ERC20 token. But the problem is that you still have to pay a miner fee in Ethereum to buy or even swap assets on Uniswap. Now, this is totally fine when we have the situation right now where Ethereum is down to about almost $1,900, and there's not too much, volume trading over it. But when Ethereum is getting throttled with a ton of transactions and massive amounts of volume and the price is skyrocketing. For an example, when we go to Ethereum and we go back 1 year and we see when we were at our all-time high back in the beginning of May, it was about $4,168. A lot of individuals were complaining about gas fees being astronomically high. I actually seen one user tweet out saying, I paid $6,000 in a gas fee, and he lost it. The transaction failed on Uniswap, and he lost that money. And that's how high gas fees actually get at these times of mass volume flowing over. So yes, I do think that Ethereum is going to be a thing of the past at some point in time. ADA is not too far behind at almost $200,000 per million transactions. We could pretty much see the reason why they have only done almost 8 million transactions in 4 years. So I do think that HBAR is the best choice for micropayments. I do think it is going to be the most utilized. Well, it already is the most utilized DLT currently. So I do think that HBAR has a very bright future. Now, what I want to talk to you guys a little bit about is this. So here is that overall interview between HBAR, for an example, it's HBAR with LCX overall. Now, this is Lehman talking to, I believe, the LCX CEO, I want to say. But this is getting very interesting because this is regards to CBDCs. Now let's listen in and watch this.
Economy. Let's pick another question from Giacomo. Are you working on CBDC use cases? CBDC stands for central bank digital currencies.
CBDCs are exciting. Central bank's digital currency is when you have a token created by a country as its currency. It's funny, the US dollar really is mostly in the Federal Reserve System. It is ones and zeros in computers, but those computers only talk to other Federal Reserve banks and not the rest of the country. It's actually a separate system from what your bank account, which is also ones and zeros, but they're separate. The dollars in your bank account are different from the ones in the Federal Reserve. You could imagine a CBDC allowing the US dollar, the real one that the Federal Reserve manages, being on a ledger where everyone can access it and where you could buy cups of coffee at Starbucks using it. This is what CBDCs promise. And so there's a lot of talks going on, and I can't give specifics, but there's a lot of talks going on about CBDCs and ledgers. And you can do a CBDC directly on a ledger, like using our token service. Or you could do it slightly indirectly using the AppNet and using our consensus service. Or you could do it even more separate where it's a truly private network, but that's kind of useless unless you have bridges to someone else. So you use a bridge to Hedera. And we put a lot of effort into pushing bridges built as AppNets that use our consensus service. Bridges between their CBDC and Hedera, but also just bridges between other ledgers. Bridges are important, and state proofs in the future are going to be really important for doing communication fast between ledgers, and bridges will help with that. So I think CBDCs are incredibly important. What has amazed me is the degree to which lots of governments now around the world are saying, you know, this CBDC thing is important. We need to do this because it lowers friction. Yeah. It will help our economy. I love that. Both little tiny countries and gigantic countries. You know, U.S. Congress is talking about this stuff. The whole spectrum.
That's right. Yeah, like back in 2019, we hosted a special session at the Singapore FinTech.
So we don't really need to listen to the rest of this, but a few things to really keynote, right? So a lot of individuals were worried about, you know, CBDCs utilizing private ledgers, right? And if they still do that, they still need to have a bridge asset token. HBAR is a great bridge asset token. XRP is a great bridge asset token. And this is where we get to the point of, you know, no matter how you look at it, CBDCs will be utilizing crypto technology at some point in time. The best part about this is the fact that he even mentions the fact that, you know, we are still looking at the fact that HBAR itself has multiple use cases for CBDCs. It has multiple ways of deploying them and actually making them efficiently used as well. So this is very exciting to see, very bullish to see as well, and I am excited for the future of HBAR and Hedera Hashgraph. Also, shout out to this individual for quoting this tweet and or quoting this video and tagging me in it. I do appreciate it greatly. But nonetheless, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys watched it this far, I do appreciate you very much. If you guys do want more free content, you guys can follow me on Twitter at NCashOfficial. You guys can also join the Discord down in the description below. I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out.